Welcome to Late to the Show. I'm your host, Prophet74, and today we're going to talk about low budget streaming, and then we'll do a mid budget streaming, and then a high end budget streaming. So, if you guys want to know more about streaming and gaming and all that stuff, you come to the right place. So, let me talk about the streaming. If you want to get into the streaming now, it's saturated with hundreds of people out there. You're a little late on it, but if you just want to stream just to capture video and not to make money, because to make money is pretty much difficult right now. Anybody that's jumping into market right now, it's not gonna make it, to be honest with you. I mean, you're very slim. Your chances are slim that you're not gonna make it. We're talking about, there's no more ninjas or anything like that are gonna pop up. Once in a while, you might hit a fluke, one guy that does something that it catches on fire and people are watching them, and maybe then you will make it big. But if you want to drop off from school and drop your career just for gaming and streaming, it's not gonna happen. What I do is mostly a hobby. I just, if I'm gonna play, might as well stream my stuff. That's pretty much what I'm doing. I have hundreds of videos that I uploaded, and I still don't have the capacity of members coming into it and rushing in. It doesn't take like a year to grow this big. It takes maybe 10 to 20 years on some of these things. Especially now, YouTube has changed dramatically. That the face of YouTube it's long gone. This place is like, it's about money. So they're concentrating on the people that are bringing money. They're concentrating on the big YouTubers, streamers. They're concentrating more on, KCs and stuff like that. People that are bringing money. So they're pointing people to the right direction, that they think the right direction to gain money. Streamers like you and I, small little, mom and pop little startups and stuff like that, we're not gonna get the big numbers. We're glad if we see 1 or 2 or 3 people watching the stream or something, but my thing is to maybe hit every venue. When I'm talking about every venue, it's like go to Mixers, Twitch, and go to YouTube and other stuff. Try to hit it big anywhere you want, but YouTube, it's a little late already. That's why I'm called Late to the Show. I'm late. I just started in January of 2017, not long ago. I'm glad that I'm close to 3,000 subscribers, and I'm blessed. And but it's a hard work just to get to that 2,800 subscribers. It's hard work. I mean, I literally had to do over 300 videos. I try to saturate a lot of the videos and make sure that there's good content, but then I play a lot of content. I try to divide my 2 shows. I have 2 shows, one for computers and one for gaming, and I'm not mixing them up at all. But the upgrade show that I have is not making any money right now, so it's just sitting there collecting dust. But it has over 1,200 users right now, which it hit the mark, but YouTube's very slow on a lot of things. So if you want to be a streamer, YouTube is probably not the place for you. Try Twitch. I mean, Twitch, I have 18 subscribers in Twitch. It's not like I'm gonna grow overnight. It's just like, and you do need to advertise. I will start with your friends and family first. Try to gather them. You need to get the numbers. In order to be a Twitch full time, you have to have at least more than 50 people watching you. You got to make over the numbers that they require, and it's going to grow because the community is growing, of course. Now, let me give you an example with YouTube and Twitch, all right? For example, YouTube, before you were able to hit 10,000 mark, 10,000 subscribers, they used to send a little plaque, a little silver plaque. Congratulations, you made it. No, they bumped it up now. It's 100,000 subscribers now. That's the cheapest one. And then it goes on and on from there. So when you think you're going to make it to the 10,000, oh, no, buddy, you got to keep going. They keep pushing the limits to more. But in the future, they're going to start losing subscribers. They're going to start losing subscribers. And they might bring this back because they're going to only keep the main ones that are, bringing in the money for them. Other venues will be Facebook if you want to start Facebook. But Facebook is not that much. You don't make that much money at all. Not that many people make money. I heard they're making money in there. The only ones that are making money is Twitch and YouTube. Twitch makes commercials. They give you a revenue, a percentage of what you of the of the actual users you have. YouTube gives you a percentage on every video, every commercial they play. But today we're just going to talk about the small, low budget streamer. We're going to do it as cheap as possible in a market that is saturated. And if you don't want to spend any money, I don't blame you. You know, don't spend any money. I mean, do it for fun, do it for a hobby. You know, you and your friends could talk about it. That's what I'm doing. I'm a gamer for life. You know, I've been gaming for quite a few years. What I'm doing is only for a hobby. It's not doing it for, you know, to gain money. I'm not gonna be a millionaire overnight or anything like that, you know. I'm just doing it for just gaming. That's the purpose of the whole thing that I started the show, because I see that a lot of people out there and they're not gamers. They talk about gaming machines and stuff like that. What can they do? Well, I work in that field. I actually fix computers and I actually play on the computer. So I built my own computers too. I do all that stuff. So it's coming from a gamer's point of view. Now you see these guys from other countries, you know, they talk about, oh, I know computers and gaming. No, somebody built the rigs for them. I pretty much built all my rigs, you know, except for here and there. Occasionally I buy once in a while a great unit or something that I think is great. But overall, today we're just going to talk about how to stream in a budget. So first of all, if you want to stream in a budget, I will concentrate most likely on the one thing that people forget the most is the actual bandwidth. So if you go to your cable provider, it's probably the best choice in your local area. Or if you could get anything 30 up or 30 down or whatever it is that you can do, anything over 20 megs per second is a good deal. But that's only downloading. Uploading would be probably half of that, 10, you know. So maybe concentrate on something like that. Spend your money on the actual internet. Now, people tend to have the machines and the rigs and everything else, but they forget one of the things, the internet. And that's one of the crucial things that you do need. Now, if you're gonna have multiple people in the household and they're all sharing handhelds, they're all watching Netflix, they're doing their music, you're gonna have issues. So you want to maybe stream certain hours that you can stream, like everybody's going to sleep, everybody's winding down. I mean, you got to find your way in there, because if you're a household of 5 or 6 people that are streaming or watching their iPads and doing certain things, you're gonna have a lag. So most of my streams are at night when my kids are asleep. They're not on the iPad or anything like that. I find the time to go ahead and do that, you know. I try not to stream every day, but I'm gonna game every day, so might as well put it to use. Now, that's a big one, the bandwidth. All right, now we're gonna move on to the second phase that you do. Now, on the second part of this is that you have the bandwidth, or you think you have the bandwidth. Now, the second part is you need at least a laptop or a desktop. You know, we're gonna start with a laptop, because laptops are inexpensive now these days, and they have the video cards. Because if you try the desktop, the video cards are way too expensive right now, especially a 1070, a 1060. They're just very expensive. They're triple the amount of the cost, that because all the Bitcoin miners are taking over all the cards. So what I recommend you is maybe buy yourself a good gaming laptop. So if you're going to concentrate your money on a monthly payment of the cable, maybe you want to start saving money for a good laptop. What I recommend you is maybe buy a used laptop and testing it out, but something with at least a 1060, a 1050 card, or a 1050 and higher, you know, because anything that could take certain games, that's what you want to do. So concentrate your next thing on a laptop. And then after that, we're going to talk about the hardware. And I'm going to bring that. I'm going to change the videos now from here to there to the laptop. And actually, I'm going to use this laptop here. I have an Origin laptop. I'm not saying to buy this one in particular. Any laptop that you can play games. And not only that, the only reason I got this laptop is because most of the other laptops come with video cameras. So you don't have any money to buy a webcam or anything like that, use the existing webcam in here. And I'm going to show you some more tools that can help you as a streamer play these games and stream at the same time. So we're going to bring in this camera in here, and I'm going to show you a couple things what you can do, okay? All right, so we talked about the laptop, your internet. Now we're going to talk about something very important, a green screen. A lot of people don't like, I mean, people do like certain people with green screens or without green screens. Well, I'm going to show you something pretty neat. This is called TriDef Smart Cam. This one works any webcam, including the one that's built in your laptop, which I'm talking to you. And right now, I'm not using the mic in the laptop. I'm using a Snowball, one of these Snowball mics, because get a better quality of sound so you guys could hear me exactly what I'm be talking about. So the one thing I like about this tri-def thing is, like, when you're playing games and you don't want people to see your background, or maybe you want to be just seeing yourself, this is a great need. So I'm gonna go in here so you guys can see what I'm doing, and I'm gonna blur the background. All right, so I'm gonna say blur the background, and this is pretty much blurring all the background. If I move, you can see some of the stuff, you know. So when you're playing games and your mom or somebody's walking in the background, they're not gonna be able to see. They're gonna just cover the whole thing. This program is one of the cheapest programs I've seen. It's 20 bucks. So if you want to buy this, and it's probably worth it. I mean, it captures everything. It kind of captures your silhouette, all right? So you kind of need some lighting to make it work, because if you don't have any good lighting, it doesn't capture very well. So we're going to move on to the next one, and we're going to replace the background. So here we're going to replace to, hey, I'm in the ocean, and this is pretty much without a green screen. All right, without a green screen, it's just replacing. You could put your favorite background. You could add your own background. You go, let me change them for you, you know, so you guys can see. And you know what? I'm gonna make this one smaller so you guys can see more room in here, so you can see a little bit more of the whole thing, how it works. So this is an inexpensive thing, and this is what I used to do when I used to travel. Like if I'm in another state or another country, I take my laptop when I'll be able to play. I'm in a hotel room. I use this program, and it captures me pretty well. And if I put a headset with my mic, it's even better too. So you're gonna see a little delay on the audio, but I'm just giving you guys a little demo how it works. All right, and this is a laptop, of course. It's not a, you know, a strong horse machine that you need. Now you are gonna do a 700. You're gonna have to stream anything over 1080. You can't, because on a laptop it's not as powerful as you think it is. Maybe if you have an Alienware or MSI, one of those high-end machines, but which costs almost $4 grand, that's probably where you want to use the GPU to act as your OBS hardware too. You can do that, but these laptops are not made for those kind of things. You know, these are pretty much a simple gaming. That's pretty much it. So I'm gonna continue on and see what you can do. Also, you can do, I'm gonna change backgrounds here. And this is my hood. This is what I was going to be talking about. Hey, homies, this is my hood. You know, when I'm playing as Profeta, this is what I'm going to use my background, which is not that bad. And here, I'm going to go peacefully. Now, one of the great things I like about this is my favorite, ultimate favorite thing, right? This one removes the whole background completely. So let me turn on the game so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Let me start again from this place. So pretending you're playing a game, and this is the pretty much like the green screen. Now if you block your eyes, the system kind of goes blank for a while, so you got to make sure you got some lighting. I got light right above me, and it's not that bad. I mean, if I take off my glasses, it looks pretty neat, and it's pretty simple. If you add a headset, they pretty much disappear. You know, I have a headset right now, and so if you're going to be traveling, you don't have a green screen, this is a perfect application to have. I mean, I'm running the downloads from the Battlegrounds right now on this laptop because I don't have it. And I'm showing you a couple of things that you can do, which is not that bad. You know, it's just one of those things that I like. Now, if you don't like this, you could change different colors. You know, this is pretty much the green screen that I'm working on. You can change different colors, like I said, and you could add your own stuff too. Now, this is pretty much the game that will be running in the background, and you could make yourself maybe minimize yourself somewhere in this edge or something. But this is a simple, easy, cheap, inexpensive way of actually capturing your stream, and which is pretty neat because the camera is an HD. It's a high-end camera. It's not that bad. You know, it's one of those cameras that I pretty much like. You know, it's just, it comes built in there, and like I said, if you have the headset, it doesn't matter. You know, it just doesn't matter. So you're playing the games and you're moving around, people don't notice that much. You know, and this will completely remove the background. Not 100%, but most of the times it's look how well it looks, you know. So inexpensive way to stream would be probably internet, buy good internet, a laptop, you know, skip the desktop, buy a laptop, and then maybe buy the tri-def, you know. Now we're gonna talk about the mid streamer, right? So a little bit more expensive, you know, you spend the money and you want to be you know, a gamer, so you want to spend, you have the money, or you got a Christmas, or you got a bonus. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna get rid of all this. We're not gonna use tri-def. We're gonna use a webcam, and we're gonna be look for something that you're all gonna like out there. And this is what I use, right? So even I have the high-end stuff and the cheap-end stuff, but I mostly like the mid. I like the middle stuff, you know. So not too expensive, not too cheap, but it's just right. So this is the cheap way of streaming, the really cheap way. Now at the end of this, I'm gonna take you guys in my little corner where I stream a lot, and I'm gonna show you some of the stuff I have, of course, you know. So if you guys like it, you know, let me know. So this is part 1. We're gonna continue on with the video. Well, this is part 2. We're gonna continue on the mid-range streamer. If you have the money, you can afford somebody. Maybe you want to spend something like this. So let me talk about it. First of all, if you're a mid streamer, you want to be a mid streamer, don't do it on a laptop. No laptop, all right? You're gonna have to do it on a desktop. So you need a good video card, maybe anything higher than 1070, all right, in order to make all this work. Now we're gonna talk at the end about. We're also gonna talk about the software that's out there to stream. It's free. I'm gonna do a little web video on it, so you guys can check it out in between these 2 videos, so you'll see it. Now, if you have the budget, the one thing you want to make sure you do is get yourself a desktop. See this beast out there in the back? It's a water cooling system. I'm not telling you to go all out and spend the money on a big machine just like this. I'm telling you, you need a desktop if you want a good mid-range, and maybe you want to stream at 1080. You need good internet, good desktop, good video card. That's what you need. 3 major things, right? Now, on top of that, we're also gonna talk about, hey, a webcam. 900 versions, you know, the Logitech 900 are really good cameras. Now, the audio, if you're gonna talk about running mics here, it's no good. Audio sucks out of these webcams, right? So the one thing I did a couple of reviews on the cameras itself. If you guys want more information, I'm not doing that in here. I'm just gonna let you know. A webcam, anything in the 900 range, you know, the 922, 930s, they're really good cameras, all right? Logitech makes good streaming cameras. They have these little clips. You attach them to it. You put it anywhere. You could even put a tripod in here, all right? So it's made for that stuff too. Second thing, a good mic, you know. Headset mics are not very good sometimes, you know, unless you got the ASTRO one, that one I have. I like it a lot. Now, this one is a Snowball. Let me disconnect it. This is a Snowball mic. These go almost $100, you know. They have different versions of it. They have, and then they have this version of it, which is a Snowball, which is inexpensive. I think it's $60 on this one. Now this mic, it has 2 settings in the back. It has a big USB. It's a USB base. This is a very good thing. I added additional stuff to it, like, you know, this extender here, but you don't need that. The mic comes with a little stand, a little 3-way stand. It has a wheel that you can connect in the bottom of it. You can have it right in front of you. You don't have to be right on top of it. You could be a little bit away from the mic. So you could have a good mic, you know, if you want to spend the money. It doesn't have to be this mic. It could be any mic. It could be even the mic that you were using previously on your computer. It could even be your PlayStation headset. If you have the wireless one, they also work wirelessly. They have a mic built in. If you can't afford a mic, use the headset you currently have, you know. Plug that in. Make sure you maximize all the audio that you can, you know. Now, third thing that you need a green screen. You don't want to do the dry def. It's not you. You want to do something better. Let me bring something better. This one, it's called Web Around. This is great. Let me show you what it does, all right? So right now, because of its case, of course, and this is what I use. I primarily use this a lot. And of course, you see my green screen in the back here, but I don't use that much. I only use that for actually VR. That's all I do it for. This one right here is what I use at home, primary. This is my primary one, you know. This is what I use a lot. So this one right here, it opens up. It opens up completely like a circle. Let me spin it around. Now, this one opens up as a circle and it goes in back of your chair. So I'm going to show you exactly how it goes. This one, you look like a freaking peacock with this one. You know, it completely covers you. Of course, my chair is more lean to the front, so, and it comes with a little base that it clips onto. You can actually stretch it out. You can have it different ways, strap in different formats. But this one's one of the best things I've used. It's inexpensive. They're around 60 to 70 bucks, depends on where you buy it. Amazon, I think they're $65 right now. And it comes with its own little case, and of course, you could take this on the go. It fits with anywhere. You know, people think it's one of those car sun reflecting material thing, but it's nylon. It's made out of nylon. It covers pretty much what you need to be covered, but you need to have the camera close to you. You would have to zoom in and stuff like that. But this is what I use primarily in all my streams, right? This is like my bread and butter that I use all the time. And I have a very comfortable chair. You know, I spent a couple hours there. I got to make sure I'm sitting there. But we're gonna take you now in the inside so you guys can see my whole setup. And of course, I use the Canon 80D or D80, whatever it is, to make these kind of videos, and it has a shotgun mic, of course. Now, I did spend a lot of money on this camera because I use it for other things too. You know, personal. I take pictures, videos, and all that sorts of things. It's over $1,000 a camera. You know, I'm not telling you to buy something like this. This is something that I have personally. So I am filming all my stuff through my demos through these actual cameras. But you could use your regular cell phone. I use my cell phone to videotape anything I bought, hardware, headsets, computers. I primarily use my iPhone. That was the bread and butter that I used to film all these videos, you know, before. But now I have this expensive camera with the mic, of course, and I'm taking advantage of it. But this is a really good, awesome thing that you guys have. So we're gonna take you inside so you guys can see a little more high-end, you know, a little bit very, very, you know, high-end stuff that you guys want to be able to stream. I'm going to show you exactly. I'm going to point that camera here and talk about this big giant green screen, what I use it for. I have some green mat and some extra lighting. So we're going to talk about a more expensive, a high-end video camera, video support, and then other stuff that you guys can take a look. So let's go to the next level. All right, I'm going to show you some of the high-end stuff here. So this is a giant green screen, and like I said, I use this one for primary only for VR. Right now I have an extender. I actually connect the hole through the whole wall. It kind of covers the whole complete area, a 5x5 area. It's pretty large. Now on top of that, I have these green mats too, these foam green mats. They're a little dirty right now because they're not new, but you can't see them in the actual video. So this is an overkill, of course, and I have all these lights here. I have this nice little Destiny light that's really good lighting. It's not that bright. It covers a good amount of capturing video for any camera, of course, you know. And primarily when I'm filming these kind of things, I use the actual Cairo video camera, which is a really good camera that I use for wide capturing. That's what I use, and I'll put a picture of it too. Now I have my VR set here. Of course, I got Mr. Stagger Dog number 2 that holds on the VR camera, the VR settings here. And of course, what I do is I put in the VR here. It rests here, and I have a wireless devices on the VR. I have the wireless setup. I have the wireless mat here. I got the one up there, and then I'm not going to point to the other one so you can see my mess, of course. So this is the wireless device out here. This is one of the actual capture of the VR settings, you know. So I'm not going to talk about that. So it should be another show. But this thing actually closes up completely. It covers the whole area, of course, and it makes a good VR area here. So people come down, they use it a lot. I have family and friends. They like to enjoy the VR system, so I have it here all the time. It's all set up for anybody to come down and play, of course. You know, any friends and family, of course, only. Haven't had any fans yet, so maybe in the future. And I have all this lighting, of course. I buy these lights, the LED lights that Cover pretty much the whole studio here. And this is my little corner I have. I'm not going to show you all details, but it's my little corner that I have that I film a lot of stuff.